Okay, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Ozma the Alchemist. Peaceful vibrations. We are going to read Aquarius. Okay, happy Aquarius season. We're going to read February and March messages for Aquarius. We're going to start with my cards. What's up, man? Ancestors, beings that serve in my highest favor and good and protection, and in the highest favor and good and protection of the Aquariuses who will watch this video. What messages do you have at this time for Aquariuses? This is a love reading, this one. That's what I meant to put, but whatever comes out, comes out. Let me put love messages. Sorry, I'm just changing the inner title. Okay, love reading. What messages do you have in terms of love for Aquarians for February and March 2023 in the Gregorian calendar? Love and relationships is what I am asking for. Love and relationships, any type of relationships. Whatever messages need to come out about relationships need to come out. Love and relationships. Funny thing about my cards, the way I made them, there's messages on both sides, which is something that I really love. So, because either way, it's something that needs to be said or addressed. This may resonate with you if your sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node, or midheaven is in Aquarius, or you're connected to Aquarian numbers such as 22, 4, or 1, hour, and to some degree too. Okay? This may resonate with you if you are not an Aquarius at all, or maybe you can be an Aquarius in Vedic astrology or have Aquarius placements in your Vedic astrology and maybe not your Western. Okay? All right, let's see what comes out. You are neglecting your needs. That's the first thing that came out. New job. Okay. Heart. Let me pick it up. It's not picking up. Heart. Some of you may need to do some work with your heart chakra. New job is self-explanatory. Some of you may be entering into a new job, a new career in February or March, but the reading is timeless because everyone's at different speeds and different times within their own life's journey. So for some of you, this may happen between February and March. Others of you, this may happen later, or this may have already happened. Okay? You are neglecting your needs. Aquarian, it's important that you guys don't forget yourself. But even with that, there needs to be a level of balance. Okay? You don't want to go from one extreme to the other, where you go from neglecting your needs to being completely selfish in a negative way. You want to balance that. You don't want to neglect your needs. However, you do want to make sure that you are standing up for yourself. Make sure that you are protecting yourself and giving yourself the things that you need. And the things that, make sure you're doing things, just good things for yourself. You know, not neglecting yourself for a job, not neglecting yourself for a friend or a lover specifically, because this is a love read. Being honest with yourself about your needs. Okay? I feel like I need to pull more from this, so we'll see whatever else comes out. Okay? What other messages do Aquarians need to know at this time? What are the messages do Aquarians need to know from this deck at this time? What other messages do Aquarians need to know at this time? Let's see what's at the top of this. You guys are gonna laugh when y'all hear this shit. Body odor. So either some of y'all or somebody around y'all may be having body odor. Make sure that you are taking proper care of your hygiene. um, and the people around you are taking or encourage them to take care of their hygiene, which is actually interesting for you Aquarius, because Aquarians are usually very funny about hygiene and things like that, usually very anal about it. So I feel like if this resonates with an Aquarian, it's probably a depressed Aquarian. Um, or it's someone around you who you may not like their scent, or they may have strong body odor, okay? Younger woman. Some of you Aquarians may be dealing with a younger woman or may have feelings. What I just heard was unresolved feelings, but feelings, period, for a younger woman. Hmm. And this last one I'm going to pull says, go out to eat. Go out, Aquariuses. Celebrate yourself. Don't go crazy, but go out. If you have a need, you want to go out and need to just go out and be out in the air. It is your season and you're an air sign. Go out, mingle, meet people. Okay? Let's pull a numerology deck and see what comes out. What love messages do you have for Aquarians at this time? I can't believe body odor again. What love messages do you have? Sorry, my voice is so hoarse. I've used my damn teacher voice all day at work. Projecting my voice and different things. And if I don't get adequate sleep, also my voice is like shot. What other love messages do you have for the Aquarians at this time? Oh, what other love messages do you have for the Aquariuses at this time? What love messages do you have for our Aquarians at this time? Great Spirit, thank you so much. Thank you, ancestors, intergalactic beings. Thank you, spirit guides. Thank you. Owl. Thank you, higher self. Thank you, Ozma. Owl. I feel like I should go from this side. You and your loved ones are safe. That's funny because I did another Aquarius reading and I think that came out for you guys in one of my other readings that I recently did. You also got a win-win outcome is forecast. This is a lucky time for you during your season, Aquarians. A time to give rather than take. That's Aquarian energy, even though it says Virgo at the bottom. That's Aquarian energy, that charity work, that giving to others, not being selfish. It doesn't really help, to me, in my opinion, a lot of Aquarians to be selfish because it's not natural to their nature. An Aquarian that's functioning on the higher frequency of the Aquarian energy is not naturally a selfish person. But I think a lot of Aquarians learn to become selfish because of their life experiences and the different things that they go through or endure throughout their lifetime. It causes them to be selfish and go more into that hard, fixed energy, that stubbornness. You guys are so stubborn sometimes, so stubborn and resistant to change and growth sometimes. You want to work on that, you guys. This one keeps coming. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. So, some of you, hold on. Some of you have been having or had issues with someone in your past, but I feel like for many of you, or whomever this is going to resonate for, you're going to come to a place of peace and resolution. Maybe you or the other person may need closure, or maybe you both need closure, but you're going to come to some type of resolution. Yes. Pull one more. Communicate. I was going to say commitment is key, which is interesting, but this clearly says communication is key. Some of you guys need to speak your truth. It's funny that I said commitment because Aquarius is one of those signs that often struggles with things like committing or commitment. they're not the only sign that struggle with that, but a lot of Aquarians tend to struggle with that. Tend to have issues with committing, especially if they're Aquarians who have been through past traumas or past injustices or unrequited love with people. Okay? I'm going to pull a little tarot. I'm going to pull from this deck, and I'm going to pull from another tarot deck as well. I have a few decks up here. What other messages, what love messages do you have for Aquarians at this time? What love messages do you have for Aquarians at this time? Oh, what love messages for February and March do you have for Aquarians at this time? Something fell. Two fell. Let's see what it was. Oh, gosh. Ah! Did I drop anything else? No. Okay. Oh, I did. Oh, shit. And that's an interesting card. We're going to pull it. Why I keep dropping my cards? Hold on, y'all. Okay. Let's get the last one. It's over here at my table. Oh, okay. So, and this came out, I believe, all of this came out in the upright. So the first card that came out is the Four of Swords. Many of you Aquarians are not getting enough sleep. That is what this is telling me. You need to change your sleep routine. Some of you, we're going to find out how this connects to love in a second. You guys also got that Hangman and the upright, which lets me know that you need to change your perspective on something, possibly love. A lot of Aquarians who have been hurt that I've known of or met or come across tend to, I need to plug that up. I plugged that up to the wrong thing. Tend to become kind of pessimistic about love when things didn't go the way that they had hoped, which is not just an Aquarian thing. It's something that a lot of people and a lot of signs do. Hold on, you guys. I'm trying to... There we go. So it's not uncommon to just become pessimistic. But a lot of Aquarians tend to adopt this mindset of when they've been scorned by love that I've come across, of pessimism, and then the pessimism somehow leads to, and it's, y'all may not like this, but I really don't care. It is what it is. You know, if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. The pessimism can lead to a sense of entitlement with you Aquarians. What I mean by that is that your standards may go from here to like all the way up here. And what I mean by that is like the pessimistic energy of, oh, you know, love hasn't worked out for me, yada, yada, yada. The next person better be perfect because I'm not giving no motherfucker a chance unless they're super fucking perfect, unless they do this and they think the sun rises and sets on my ass and they need to give me the fucking world. And, it gets a little... Sometimes for many Aquarians, it gets a little unrealistic. And what's necessary is to really look inside of you. Because you got to think about it, right? Look at it from a spiritual aspect. The partners we attract are a reflection of ourselves in some way, form, or fashion. Now you may say, how the fuck is that? I never did nobody dirty. I ain't never cheat. I ain't never did this. I ain't never did that. I had this person do this. But they're reflections of you in some way. I'll give you guys a very personal example. When I have gotten in a lot of past relationships, I usually become very, very submissive in a lot of ways. Even though I may not come across as the most submissive person, I fall into this pattern of being submissive and docile. And a lot of that is because of my past history and yada, 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 childhood, all of that shit, right? And I try to do everything I can I've tried in the past, to make the person love me, to make the person want me, right? Because it was a big insecurity and fear and all kinds of shit going on where I needed to do a lot of shadow work on it within myself. So, in the process of me being submissive, neglecting my needs, and trying to be everything I could be to make a person love me and appreciate me and give me a love that I felt like I wanted but never received. With all of that, I came across a lot of fucked up people that I dealt with. I chose to deal with these people, right? I came across abusers. I even came across one guy who told me because I was so nice, I would make a good prostitute. He could prostitute me out. I came across a lot of people who manipulated me because they saw that desperation for love within myself that I didn't have. Took advantage, all kind of shit, rape, all of that, right? And in the process of all of that, I couldn't understand, why do I keep meeting people like this? I'm not a cheater. I'm super fucking loyal. When I have love for somebody as a friend, as a lover, family member, anything like that, I'm super fucking loyal. There's been people who I've dealt with, who I waited for, who may not even known that I waited years for these people because I just couldn't get over what I thought I did wrong. I'm like, what the fuck did I do wrong? When I develop a love for someone, it goes very, 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 very deep. And I don't fuck around, right? So I was thinking for years and years, how the fuck, when the first time I heard that, I was like, how the fuck are these people reflections of me? I don't do none of that shit, right? Then I had to come to the realization, I had all of these people disrespecting me. I allowed these people to disrespect me. I allowed myself to be mistreated because I did not treat myself right. Internally, they were a reflection on what I did to myself in private when I talked down to myself. Had one guy I dealt with call me all kinds of ugly black bitches and all kind of shit. None of these people were worth me, but I know that now. I didn't know that back then. And so they were reflections of the lack of self-love that I had within myself. I say all of this to say that you can't always point the finger, Aquarians, or any sign. There's a level of accountability. If you want to really get to a deeper understanding and you're going to really do some shadow work, if you're doing it right, you're going to come to a place at some point where you recognize there's a level of accountability you have to have for your part in the failure or the fuck-ups in your life. I've come across a lot of Aquarians in my life who don't really take accountability. Something's wrong with everyone. Everyone else has a problem. I'm the only sane one. How the fuck you the only sane one, but you keep attracting people with problems? That does not make sense in relationships. You can't sustain a stable, healthy, happy, long-term relationship. But you're the only sane one. I used to know in Aquarius, they used to say shit like this within our own family. Am I the only smart one in the family? Obviously not, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, but I say all of this to say, Accountability is important for you Aquarians and for all the signs who need to hear this. All the people who need to hear this. Accountability. It's not always everyone else. And if you constantly, my grandma used to say, when you point the finger, 3 fingers point back at you. If it's this person, it can't always be everyone if you're the common denominator in shit. There's something that you need to change within that you're not changing. Whether it be something as simple as your mindset. Whether it be something as simple as your perception of yourself. Your perception on how you think others perceive you. Y'all get what I mean? Let me know in the comment section if you understand what I'm talking about. This is a very real conversation. And it's not something that may sit well with everyone. It is what it is. Accountability on a level where you acknowledge, okay, part of the reason that this happened was because I fucked up. I didn't know how to love. You see what I'm saying? I didn't know how to receive love. I didn't know. It's just examples, you know what I mean? Like I had, a matter of fact, this person's an Aquarius. Someone who I used to deal with, I had a lot of love for. And things did not end in what I thought was a good no, right? But I try to make peace with the person because I still care about the person. I don't want to be with them or anything like that. I still care about the person. I still want the best for the person. Person happens to be an Aquarius, and I dealt with quite a few Aquariuses. They seem to attract me, right? And so we're having friendly conversation and messages and different things. Then the person thought it was funny to send me some bullshit about how most serial killers are Cancerians, some bullshit like that. And in my head, I'm like, why the fuck would you send that? What kind of message you trying to send me? This is a person who doesn't fully take accountability for things in relationships. It's always, oh, you women are like this. You're like this. You're like that. Same person, when I dealt with them, had the audacity to tell me one day that I crave pain. You crave pain because of your past assaults. Who the fuck says that to someone? It's extremely insensitive. And every Aquarius isn't per se this way. You have a very beautiful frequency of the Aquarian nature that I love when they are functioning on their higher frequency. But when they're functioning on their lower polarity, they can be some demons, like every other sign on their lower polarity. So I say all of this to say, really do the shadow work. Don't just look the part. Don't just have a whole bunch of fucking books around you that you're not reading if you're going to read. Me personally, I used to be big on reading. I'm not so big on reading anymore. Because the way my body and my mind and my spirit absorbs information, I have to be careful on what I take in. And I learned, for me, what works best for me is to get the internal spiritual downloads without all the other influences sometimes telling me what to think, how to think, because I'm already highly intuitive. So I need to go inward. And I was taught so much to go outward for validation on what I already know, validation on what I think. No, I am teaching and have been teaching myself for years now to go inward for those answers, okay? So let's keep on going. We stopped at the hangman. Some of you need to change your perspective and your perception of your dealings, your relationships, of things in your life, especially if you have a negative, pessimistic outlook. You can't want love, and you can't want love from a woman and think all women are fucked up. What kind of frequency are you functioning on? What kind of woman do you think you're going to get with that mindset? Think about it. What kind of woman you expect to get? You can't think all men are dogs and this and that and they all fucked up and then want to be with a man in a happy, healthy relationship. Your mindset, your wiring in your mind is fucked up. It's morphed. And you need to fix it. Okay? Something very beautiful came out in your reading. The Hierophant card came out. The Hierophant can deal with union and marriage, traditional relationships. Maybe you're an Aquarius who is a woman who wants to stay home while the man works. Maybe you're an Aquarian man who wants a woman that cooks and cleans. To each his own. You may be attracting, for some of you who are ready for it, with the universe or the divine feels that you're ready now for a union, maybe attracting a partner that is traditional if that's your thing. Maybe attracting someone who you will marry or have a spiritual marriage with. Okay? Let's see. I didn't even shuffle yet. The top of it says Four of Wands. Some of you are going to attract a partner. For many of you, this will be between Aquarius and Pisces season. Have a beautiful union with someone, a new foundation. Four represents foundations. Stable home. A new beginning of a family life. Home life. Stability within union, of romantic union and partnership. This could also be for businesses is what I'm hearing. Business partnerships as well. Any final messages from these cards for Aquariuses? Any final messages from this deck for Aquariuses regarding love and relationships for February and March? King of Cups reverse. Oh, wait a minute, there's a second one. Nine of Cups reverse. With the King of Cups reverse, this is either you or someone you have dealt with who was emotionally manipulative. Someone who may have been mentally or emotionally unstable. You could be mentally or emotionally unstable or emotionally manipulative. You could be an emotional abuser, or you could have dealt with one. You also got the Nine of Cups in reverse. Some of you Aquarians are not seeing the bigger picture. You're not getting the message. And this is why you guys are stuck in, not all of you, the ones that I'm speaking to, are stuck in this cycle. This cycle of unrequited love. Because you're not learning from your experiences. You're not learning to be happy and whole within with that Nine of Cups in reverse. You're not learning to fill your own fucking cup. To fulfill your own happiness and abundance. Some of you need to do, to take private time to really think and process and see what you need to change, what you need to release, or change to support or further your transformation and your ascension, your spiritual ascension. Let's see what numerology cards come out for Aquarius. Great Spirit, what other messages do you have from this deck for Aquariuses, for Aquarius season, February and March, Pisces season? What numerology messages do you have? Take that one at the top. The card that came out, 1515, creativity. Keep accessing the creative connection that you feel to the divine. The whispers speak through your creative connection, allowing you to express the beauty that is within you and connect you to the love that is around you. Sorry, y'all. Keep accessing the creative connection that you feel to the divine. A lot of you Aquarians are very creative people, many of you. Um, Even in your thinking, you're creative. You see what I'm saying? Many of you. Many of you are very talented. If you and Aquarius prides itself off of being original. They're a rebel in astrology, so they are, and they're ruled by what's the name of that damn gone planet? Uranus, which is a very odd planet. It's even odd looking compared to the other planets that you see within the solar system. Many of you Aquariuses like to march to the beat of your own drum. It's important that you are creative and original. It's a part of who you are. It's a part of your makeup. You don't like to do things the way everyone else does. You don't like to follow the rules. Channel some of this energy into your creativity. Channel some of your energy into your creativity. If you have high sexual energy, which many Aquarians do, but you're not having sex right now with anyone, channel that sexual and sensual energy into your creative endeavors. Okay? Yes, because some of you are being divinely guided through your creative nature and things that you create. Connect with the love that is around you. Ooh, allowing you to express the beauty that is within you and connect you to the love that is around you. Tapping into your creativity and being true to yourself and bringing your creative things to the forefront is going to help some of you attract love. That love frequency is where that creativity comes from. This is why this number is 1515. 1515 is 30, which is a 3 vibration, which deals with creativity, but it's comprised of sixes, because 1 and 5 is 6, 2 sixes. 6 is a vibration of love, union, balance. What I'm getting is that you guys, your creative nature, that you tap into, or that you can tap into, is going to bring about a love vibration. It's going to restore your optimism in love. And it's going to help attract love for you. Okay? The affirmation at the bottom of this card says, creativity is my birthright. As I express my creativity, I feel a beautiful flow of love and connection. Self-love, love within, that 9 of Cups energy. Okay? That 9 of Cups may lead to a 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups deals with union, but first we have to go through the 9 of Cups, the self-fulfillment, so that we can have a balanced, equal, beautiful union with someone equally yoked, on whom we need and want in a partner, in a partnership. Okay? I hope this is making sense to y'all, because I feel like I'm kind of talking all over the place. Let's look at the Ancestor Oracle deck. Oops. Let's see what these cards look like that. Flip the other way. Ancestor Oracle deck. Let's see what card came out. What message for Aquarius? What messages do you have, Ancestors, for Aquarius? What messages do you have for the Aquarius regarding love from March and February 2023 in the Gregorian calendar? What messages do you have for the Aquarians? What came out the top? Great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. Some of you Aquarians are spiritually inclined. And because you're spiritually inclined, you're going to go through certain things. You're going to go through different things, which is going to be kind of rites of passages to your ascension. You're going to go through things like a dark night of the soul. You're going to go through things like test, spiritual test to see if you're ready to go to the next level or ready to receive a blessing. You have to learn from your experiences. This world is not only physical, it's also spiritual. And so some of these physical world experiences you've encountered actually had spiritual messages and lessons for you. Okay? Last but not least, I'm going to pull from this tarot deck, and we out, because I don't want to keep you guys too long. Try not to do the readings so long, because people don't always watch the long readings. They seem to watch the shorter ones. And while I'm building my following up and my subscribers up, I got to shortchange a lot of these messages. If you would like a personal reading, Aquarians, I didn't even put your banner up. I'm sorry. If you would like a personal reading, Aquariuses, feel free to email me or personal message me on my social media. You can also just email me to get my rates, schedule a time so we can book, and we'll go into the personal reading. I offer different readings. I offer even something that I like to call a psychedelic reading. So, yeah, I don't even know if that exists. That's just some shit I do, I think. Well, I haven't seen it. Okay? What final messages do you have for the Aquarians regarding love? What final messages do you have for the Aquarians regarding love? What came out? Let's see. Wow. I'm going to take that top one too. All right, I pulled 4 cards for you guys. The first card you guys got is the Empress. The second card was the Page of Swords. The third card was the 8 of Pentacles. And the fourth card is the 9 of Pentacles. So I feel like this is either your energy or the person whom you may be attracting, Aquariuses. The person whom you may be attracting, or you, is very beautiful or abundant, or you're going to be. Either someone is watching you on your social media, or your neighborhood, somewhere where you're seen, maybe even YouTube or TikTok or any of that. Or you're watching someone whom you find very beautiful and attractive, very abundant, fruitful, or someone who you feel like you could be fruitful with, or someone may feel like they can be fruitful with you. You're working very hard, or the person whom you're attracting is going to come across as someone very abundant and hardworking. I also feel the energy of this person, this is either you or the person, as being someone who's able to do multiple things, multi-talented or multi-gifted. So either you're attracting someone who is multi-talented or multi-gifted, or this is you, Aquariuses. Someone who's able to do multiple things. Not only get their hands dirty, so to speak, and do the groundwork, the hands-on work, but also intellectual work. They can also, I feel like what I'm seeing, what I just saw, was someone who can, who is kind of like a mutable energy, even though these cards aren't representative of mutable signs per se. But I'm feeling like a mutable energy of someone who can blend in with different crowds, someone who can walk in a room of business execs or rich people and be just as elegant and speak very eloquently, as well as someone who can get down and dirty, who's very down to earth. Not down and dirty in a nasty way or a negative way. I mean down and dirty in the sense of they're not afraid to get their hands dirty. They're not afraid to do work. They're not afraid to go into the community. They're not afraid to go into the hood. They can go. They're the type of person who can flow or blend in with different crowds. For some of you, this is a Gemini person, or it's you with Gemini energy or Gemini in a significant place in your chart. Some of you, this person may be a Libra, or you may have significant Libra in your chart. Some of you, this may be an earth sign. All right? So those are the messages tonight. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening.